All right. We are on. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Break It Up, show where we take a topic, any topic, dig in and break it up.
Yes.
And right now, it is my privilege to welcome back and reintroduce the co-host of this show. First up, the doctor is in the house, Dr. Bell. How goes it, bro?
Peace. We well, my brother. How are you?
I am doing well.
Greet
Thank
you,
you so
man.
much.
Greet you, J.K. Moore. Good to be here.
Appreciate it. All right. And next up, we have this fine individual down here in the house. We got bond servant Calvin Mays. So what it do, bro?
Hey, man, doing good, man. Doing good. Just evolving and growing in the Lord. That's about it, man.
Awesome.
Sounds good to me. And then rounding on up, y'all got me, your man's J.K. Moore. So, fellas. Okay, before we got started tonight, man, y'all was about to go in and take this thing a whole different direction. Hey,
I know.
Ain't mad at y'all at all. But as I was listening to y'all talk, it was just kind of making me think about what we were going to be talking about tonight. I'm like, right.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there who aren't a sci-fi / science geek like me, and who definitely have more important things on their mind, they might not have heard about this. And this we're talking about is the 3I Atlas. 3I ATLAS. So the reason why we're talking about it tonight, most people in the scientific community, they say, hey, it's just another comet from outside of our solar system that just happens to keep doing things that are unseen or unheard of with other comets that we observe. And then on the other side of the coin, you got people who just flat out say, yeah, no, okay, this is not a comet at all. We believe it is an actual extraterrestrial spaceship. Some people even saying it's a mothership, okay? It's coming before the rest of the so-called fleet get here. So full disclosure, as much as I love sci-fi, as much as I love comic books and everything, pretty obvious if you look behind me, I am in the camp of I do not know what this thing is, and I am not going to speculate. But hey, again, that's just me. So we're going to go around right quick. So Doc, what you got for us? Is it just an unusual acting comet? Or could it be some neighbors of ours from a whole different galaxy?
I have no idea, brother.
Oh, come on, man. You got some idea.
I have no idea. All I do know, if I can give an explanation, whatever's going on in the earth is what's the same thing going on outside of the earth. Spiritually. The scripture says that the earth travails and moans and groans and waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. So if all that's going on inside the earth, what you think is happening and taking place on the outside, the outstretch of the earth? If things that we have never seen in the earth is happening, what you expect, we're going to see things outside of the perimeter of the earth that are happening. The space area is going to be experiencing some events, just like the earth area is going to be experiencing some events. And some things, these are very unorthodox happenings, events that are happening, that are taking place, that are transpiring. And some is spiritual, some is natural, some science and things of that nature. But we just have to be open. Again, there's some things that's being revealed to us that we've never, ever seen, encountered, experienced, or will ever experience. Come on. the same encounters like we always have. No, we come into a place now, or we're at a place now where I'm telling you, there's some very unorthodox, unexplainable, mind-boggling, mind-blowing events that are happenings that are taking place. And oftentimes we just have to sit back and watch it play out. Watch it.
Yeah, you got that right.
I mean, yeah, we just have to watch it just like they're doing now. Just like they're doing now. And what they've been doing for the last several months. They can't do nothing. They can just sit back and watch it play out like it's making all kind of different movements, like you were saying. It's speeding up, it's slowing down, it's enlarging a little bit, that they're seeing certain parts of it being long and short and different corners of it and all this kind of stuff. Look, but at the end of the day, I know that the government know what's going on.
Oh, the
government know what's going on.
Bond servant Calvin, BC.
Go ahead,
what you got for us, bro? Do we just have a comment? You know what I'm saying? That's acting out, showing this behind, or again, is this possibly the first of many? Some neighbors from outside of our galaxy coming through, passing by just to say what's up.
Well, I don't think it's the first. I think I believe that many have come and many have been here, and this ain't the first. But scripture, and this is my belief. I ain't gonna say nobody else, but I believe that we you can say all they want, but there's nobody went to the moon yet.
You know what? Y'all bring up a good point. So for people who let's just say don't believe in any form of spirituality, not just the God that we worship, but no God. Okay, atheists, just flat out. Okay, there is nothing outside of this physical existence. That's what they believe. So it's one thing for them to believe or to just flat out say, look, this thing is just a comet. Yeah, it might be doing some unusual things that we don't usually see a comet, but at the end of the day, it's just a comet. That's it. A chunk of rock surrounded by gas and ice and everything else.
Yeah.
Where I would actually kind of maybe raise an eyebrow are for people who do say they're believers and don't at least entertain the idea that this thing could possibly, we're saying possibly, y'all, because again, none of us know for sure, could possibly be another form of life. And the reason why I say that, how could you just immediately take that stance on this three-eyed atlas, but yet you claim to worship a spiritual being that is, by every definition of the term, extraterrestrial, because all that simply means is greater than or beyond the earth. Well, we know God is greater than or beyond the earth because he created the darn thing.
Correct.
Right.
So again, you believe in a spiritual extraterrestrial being. Okay, you believe in multiple spiritual dimensions. Okay, you believe that this same God, just like Bond Server said earlier, these people have come here, or these beings have come here before. The same God took on the form of a human, performed miracles that had never been seen up until that point.
Correct.
Flew back into the sky.
Come on.
Okay, you claim to believe in all this. But again, when it comes to the three-eyed atlas, oh no, those aren't aliens. There is no such thing. What? Seriously?
Right.
Okay. Me personally, I'm of the belief that not only does this universe exist, I am personally of the belief there are multiple universes out there. We already know there's multiple dimensions. That if you try to think about it in earth or scientific terms, okay, heaven, the actual heaven where God and Jesus, sit at and reign from, that is a dimension.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, death or hell or Sheol or Gehenna or any of the terms for it.
Yeah.
That's another dimension.
Yeah.
The lake of fire
is
another dimension.
Yeah.
And that's just 3. Like I said, that ain't even including all
Right,
the other ones out there.
right.
So again, for people again who claim to believe, and matter of fact, I wouldn't even just say who believe in our God, who claim to believe in any God or any deities, any of them that would just flat out say, "Oh no, it's not possible." Well, why is it not possible? Well, because the scientific community said all it was is a comet. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
They cannot agree on that.
Correct.
And part of that, and again, in my honest opinion, it might just flat out be fear. Because, oh my goodness, let's say this thing is an extraterrestrial vessel, then that blows so much of their, so-called knowledge and so much of their beliefs out the water. Like, oh man, if these things exist, well, who's to say God really doesn't exist? Who to say the devil doesn't really exist?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's it's something else, man. It is something.
The next thing I've been thinking all day today was, so you feel all these feelings and you got all these ideas of what this is out here. Okay. And you have all these notions, and the last 2 months we just been going back and forth, and you've been seeing it slowing down and going fast and moving different shapes and all this kind of stuff.
Points. So I found this article on space.com, and I was trying to look for like the most updated information that anybody had on this. So this is from October 31st. But I mean, look at the title of the article. This is for what? 3 days ago. That's right, because that was Halloween. Interstellar invader. Now they clearly saying right here, Comet, 3-Eye Atlas is still full of surprises, and unexpected brightening has scientists baffled.
Brightening. So it has a light about itself, other than, coming down through, goes like science that says the fire and the oils and all the kind of stuff, because, when it's coming down.
So my thing was, again, when I first heard about this object and started digging into it, watching people's videos about it, one of the first questions I had, and again, full disclosure, I'm by no means an astronomer, but one of the problems I have with people who are bringing up points of contention of why this is a comet, because based off da 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 da. Well, okay, first of all, most of these people are, let's just call them what they are, armchair scientists, okay, which is why they're hanging out in YouTube comment sections and things. But when you see that the actual scientists are baffled, well, come to find out, they're trying to apply comets that they regularly study that originate from our own solar system. They're trying to take those metrics and apply it to this one particular one, which it doesn't originate in our solar system. So it's a lot of maybes, probablys, ifs, can be's, can't be's. Oh, but we can definitely say for sure it's not a extraterrestrial origin. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no, you all can't definitely say anything, because as soon as you definitely say something, then a couple of days later we get titles like this: has scientists baffled. I mean, and in full disclosure, okay, yeah, scientists don't know everything about everything, although people like to treat them like they do. But thank goodness we have at least have a few that are honest to be like, man, look, okay, we don't know why this thing is doing what it's doing, to be completely honest.
Right.
And there's one scientist in particular, Avi Loeb, who there's a short video of him on another website. He is the head of Harvard's astrophysics department, and he's the one that a lot of people are trying to credit or blame for even starting with the whole possible extraterrestrial thing.
Yes.
But my man was just like, look, okay, by every metric we have of comets, this object is not behaving like a comet. So it is possible it could be of and he just says extraterrestrial origin, which again just means beyond our planet. He didn't say, oh no, it's definitely, some little green men or some little gray men on this thing,
Right.
flying it around. He never made that claim.
Right.
But there are, and my thinking is, okay, we're talking about Harvard here, one of the, if not the most prestigious university in this country, definitely one of the most prestigious universities on this entire planet. Okay. Yeah. And the fact that this man is the head of their astrophysics department would lead me to believe, oh, okay, well, yeah, at the end of the day, just like anybody else, you can form your own conclusion based on whatever evidence we're given.
Right.
But to just flat out say that this guy is completely wrong about that, or accuse him of trying to stoke up fear mongering and all this other stuff, no, he's just putting out, he's neither on the head side or he ain't on the tail side. He's just saying, based off what we have, it's most likely this, but at the same time, there's a small chance it could be this.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair. So,
yes.
But who am I? So, scanning down through this here, and you made mention about the brightness of it, like it says right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how I got this name, it's the third object that's coming to our solar system that's originated from outside of our solar system, which is where the 3i comes from. I can't remember all what the atlas stands for, but anyway, it just says scientists, get this, expected 3i atlas to brighten that is made its closest approach to the sun, or in astrophysics term, perihelion, on October 29th, Wednesday, October 29th. After all, this is a phenomenon common to comets originating from the shell of icy bodies at the edge of the solar system. And they just go on to explain why this happens the way it does. The dust reflects light, boosting the brightness of the comet. 3i Atlas, however, brightened way faster than anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they are taking metrics that are usually used for one set of objects and trying to apply them for these other set of objects.
Yes.
Now, I guess that's the scientific approach when it comes to things like this. But again, scanning through this article, oddities in the nucleus, properties like composition, shape, or structure, which might have been acquired from its host system or over its long interstellar journey, may likewise contribute. So right in here, okay, we're getting mites and likewise and mays.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
No, definitely this is why such and such is going on.
Right.
So yeah, very interesting. Clearly, 3i Atlas continues to baffle and intrigue scientists in equal measure, and it is a fairly certain bet that once it escapes the glare of our sun, we will discover even more curiosities surrounding this interstellar intruder. So for right now, I know, right? Isn't that an interesting
intruder? Okay.
Intruder. So for right now, they're saying it's because it's on the other side of the sun. Okay, it's not like our moon, which is between Earth and the sun. It's on the other side of the sun. Okay, way out over there. So, and even with that, they're giving some conflicting reports. Some say that in a couple of weeks, it ought to come from behind the sun where they can get better views and images and readings of it. Then I saw an article this morning, I think it was just put out yesterday. They're saying, oh no, it won't be until December that it'll come from around the sun enough where we can get better images and get more data off of it. So yeah, continues to baffle and intrigue scientists in equal measure. But again, you'll have like I said, these armchair scientists and these armchair astronomers that'll just flat out say it's just a comet. It just happens to be acting a little weirder than comets usually do. Okay, but how can you say that? But the people who actually study these type of things are, by their own words, baffled and intrigued.
Because they never seen nothing of its nature before. And they trying to balance it. They trying to basic or bring what's the word I'm looking for? They're using, like you said, other comments to reflect from concerning this country. That's the right word. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. From the actual from the actual what's really going on. And you know what? You bring up a good point, because of course there are plenty of people out there. They were like, okay, so this is a quote unquote convenient time for the government to be shut down, and this is a convenient time for things like the EBT and SNAP assistance to have ended.
Right.
In other words, to say, because NASA is a agency that's funded by the federal government, so
excuses. Excuses. So they don't have answers.
No.
Honestly, I think it's like you said,
solid, concrete answers. Or if they do, they're not sharing it with us.
Yeah, I think it's like what you said earlier. Oh, yeah, no, them jokers got answers. Oh, and then on top of that, they're like, okay, well, the Chinese, the Russian, the Japanese, all these other countries, okay, they're not in a government shutdown right now. So why aren't more of them putting more reports out there? Why aren't more of them doing more to share information? So, man, I tell y'all, it's doggone YouTube right now, the Wild West when it comes to this thing.
Man,
you're liable to see and hear some of any and everything.
Right.
Yes, sir. So, this next article / video comes from the New York Post, and you can see its title: "Possible Alien Spacecraft. 3i Atlas makes unusual shift while hurtling towards the sun." Okay, so I think it's interesting in the difference in these two titles, because the first article called it Interstellar Invader Comet. Okay, the New York Post, that them jokers said, okay, you know, bump all the pretense, the alien spacecraft.
Right.
Now, of course, they did cover themselves, which is smart, and put that possible in front of that. But
right, correct.
Oh, I thought that was funny when I saw this.
Yeah, it's a guy who was in the military, and I know this guy. He went kind of, I think, mentally, because he was like, it's some stuff that's going on that a lot of people just don't know, you know. Right. And I had to just meet him, listening to him, and he was like, man, there's a lot of stuff that they don't know, that, you know, we can't talk about it, but it's just, you know, and I'm, you know, the first thing came to me, fear for this man's life.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm thinking about this guy right here, and I'm like, oh wow, you know, but you know, things, you know, people, you know, they not, you know, they're not revealing, they're not sharing, or they're not, you know, they want to do. And a lot of times too, also, just like go back to Apostle James, he was saying, people use certain things to cover up certain things they don't want you to talk about. So no way they want to divert the situation to here to keep you from thinking about this.
Right. Right. Correct.
Like EBTs and all the rest of that stuff. They don't want people to talk about that.
Right. Correct. Get their focus on something else.
Their focus off.
To distract them. It's a distraction. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I was reading, if you go back to the ancient Greek, the mythology, when they had sports in the arenas. If you go back in those times and you look at, it's like all the people, because the arena was huge, they would get all the people in the arenas to not saying about sports, but to be like a distraction.
That's exactly right. Yes, sir.
To take people's mind of what's going on.
Correct.
That the empire can do what they want to do.
Correct. Yep. Yes.
And I'm like, Lord, show what is this? Like,
Yeah.
what are we seeing? What are you trying to show us?
Mm-hmm.
Like reveal this thing to us, man. I mean, like really
Yeah.
reveal what is going on.
Yeah.
Because you talking about people, we talking about people like, people doing, we talking about spaceships and aliens and different things like that. People looking at.
Oh my God.
Okay,
My
now
God, I
this
enjoy y'all
is the
fellas, man. I always enjoy y'all fellas.
huh?
I said I
What'd you
always
say?
enjoy y'all fellas.
Oh, I enjoy you too.
Oh
man.
man, of course, it's always
Oh,
a good
yeah.
time, man. Shoot, I can't be messing with y'all clowns. Y'all wild.
A massive comet hurtling through space could be alien technology. Joining me now is that astrophysicist, Avi Loeb. I mean, Avi, that is a pretty wild claim. Why? Why do you think this could be aliens?
Well, science is fun. We can learn by observing nature without assuming that we know the answer. The biggest compliment I got was from a U.S. Air Force pilot who said that because of you, my daughter now wants to become a scientist. The point is we see an object that is entering the inner solar system. It's as big as Manhattan Island. And it's moving along the plane of the planets around the sun with a very small probability. It looks like its trajectory was fine-tuned. There was a glow in front of the object towards the sun rather than behind it, away from the sun, the way we see it in comets. And the good news is that it will come close to Mars, actually, by the end of this week, so we can get more data about it. It appears to shed the nickel without iron, which is very unusual for comets. So I'm just saying, let's keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Keep our eyes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on it. You mentioned in your study that it could be conducting recon on Earth, but how could it be doing that if it's millions upon millions of miles away?
Well, it could release probes that will approach Earth. It could look at us from a distance. There might be a smarter kid on our cosmic block, some civilization that is more advanced than we are. And so it's
Exactly.
a learning experience. We should just watch objects entering the solar system and check whether among the rocks there might be a tennis ball that was thrown by a neighbor.
In your gut, though, Avi, in your gut, do you really think this is aliens?
No, I think most likely it's natural. But just like in the intelligence agencies, we need to be prepared for a black swan event. And we need to monitor every object that enters the solar system from outside. This is a new era. We have the Rubin Observatory in Chile that was funded by the National Science Foundation and the Department of Energy that will detect a new object from outside the solar system every few months. And we should just be ready to a scenario where one of them might be a Voyager-like spacecraft, because we launched objects outside of the solar system that are technological. Yeah.
My gosh. I am not currently aware of any technology here on Earth that could destroy this. It is 33 billion tons in size, larger than Manhattan. I don't know about you. I'm really hoping that your gut is right on this and that it is not aliens, because if it is, all the other stuff we just talked about today is irrelevant completely. Avi Loeb, thank you for joining us this morning. Really interesting stuff.
Okay, why is that always the during go-to when it comes to this planet? Okay, if it's something we don't know what it is, can't explain it, let's point our weapons at it and get ready to blow it the heck up.
Right.
People, again, if this is an entirely different species we're talking about, and they have the ability to maneuver and to complete interstellar travel, what really makes y'all think that you have a chance against them? What makes y'all think that their weaponry wouldn't be a million times better than anything we have here on Earth?
Yeah.
So again, man, a lot of this stuff is just coming back to didn't know the word for it, freaking human hubris. Okay, human pride. They're still trying to apply human way of looking at things at this object, if it would be an extraterrestrial object. And the man even said himself, no, more than likely it's just another comet. It's just another rock out there. But just in case. And even with it, okay, again, let's say it's not. Okay, people, the thing is on the other side of the sun.
Yeah.
And on this current path, it's not going to come anywhere close to Earth. So where there was a comet or extraterrestrials, okay, little over 100 million miles away from us.
Yeah.
And it tripped me out. My man was like, well, how could they possibly be observing Earth, from that far away? I am so glad he answered the way he did. This would be a different civilization. Who's not to say their technology, again, is not way better than Earth's?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, that is one of the stupidest questions you could ever ask somebody. Why? Because again, they're applying human metrics, human standards, and the peak of our own human Earth-based technology to beings who managed to get here from outside of our own galaxy.
Yes, sir.
So I'm like, man, you know what? I can't with people. So yeah, fellas, that's all I got as far as this. Again, after looking at all this, I'm still in the camp. I'm not saying, I don't believe 100%. It's just another weird acting comet. But at the same time, I'm not fully 100% committing myself that, these are extraterrestrials. And even if they were extraterrestrials, okay, it could just be a group of college kids buzzing through our solar system on their way to spring break in the next galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is it always got to be they're coming to invade the Earth and blow stuff up? You know what I'm saying? And abduct people. God, dog.
Because that's how they make look.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, this question's coming from somebody who clearly is a geek, and even I'm not willing to go that far in my thinking. So,
yes, sir. This is good. This is good.
Wow.
Good information.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we know our brother Bond Servant Calvin, DC, got to check out here in a few minutes. So,
we love you, Bond Servant Calvin.
Love you guys.
Hey, love you too, brother. Much love. Final opinions, Bond Servant Calvin. Comment: extraterrestrials, something completely different altogether. Not either one of them. What's your final thoughts on it?
Like I said, I believe in it. I believe that this place is big. God, we just have it happen, and it's purpose. It's with purpose. Why we have
exactly.
The first thing you got to say, we weird. What up? We ain't even digest what's going on. We don't know. We don't know. And I know the one does know. And if you don't know, better get to know.
All right.
We got Lord. Love you guys.
Love you too, brother. Take care, man. To the next time we meet.
All right. God bless you.
Yes, sir. All right, Doc, what you got for us? Final thoughts.
The scripture saying nothing but so to us to be new and fresh. I know about but it's not under this is the norm. As to us, it may be another we never before or no, and probably be the last. Because it's happened generations, decades, even before our time. So it's not new under the sun. We just have to wait it out and see.
Hey, absolutely, and that is exactly my final thoughts on the matter as well. Yeah. We just gonna have to wait and see. All right,
but I think the opportunity to be a part of this, it was good.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And man, hey, thank you so much for joining in, bro. Appreciate you, and thank all you all out there. Share, and we will see y'all when we see.